I will say, I don't think that the West is as egregious as the East in certain ways, or in many ways. Not that the East was bad. There was just a lot that left some to be desired, you know?
Mhm.
Wait, where did the nightmare that is the Thunder go?
One half of this show here had very strong feelings about last time Dallas did a city edition. One half of this. So I think Dallas were like, okay, we're not trying to make TJ mad. So let's just simplify. We're just going to simplify. We're going to do a little gold, a little gray, silver thing and just call it a day. So TJ, what are your thoughts on the more subdued Dallas City edition?
I mean, it's light years better than that spray painted gradient nonsense they wore last time. For me, I know people who love those uniforms. Not for me. I like the font of Dallas. I think that that's got a kind of old school, kind of sturdy look to it that they're probably going for there. I like the color of that and the collar. I'm confused about some of the rest. They outlined Dallas in gray. They outlined the gray numbers and the gold bronzish thing on the front and the back. The names, on the other hand, they did in just gray with no outline, and they're not gold. I'm confused. Like, and then I don't know. They're fine. They're not offensive to me, but there's certain design choices that just don't make sense. Like that gold color is really cool. Like I'd like to see more of it in the uniform. Like commit to it. It's right there. Like maybe there's gonna be more of that in the shorts, maybe, or like on the side panels that we can't see. There could be something cool that you could do with like that look down the sides with like a kind of a design that you can kind of see in the gold. That could be cool.
Moving on to the Denver Nuggets. And the Denver Nuggets were like, listen, we already know we balling out of control with this branding game. So we
Mm-hmm.
ain't about to do anything too controversial, too crazy. We're about to take one of these colors that we already use and just make that the dominant color in the uniform. We still gonna do our skyline with the mountain, same fonts and stuff. We just gonna rock out. So I am like, go ahead, Denver Nuggets. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag rainbow season, which is an official hashtag that's on their Twitter account, is hashtag rainbow season, hashtag mile high basketball. So TJ, what's your take on the Denver Nuggets here?
Yeah, I mean they're trying to give the fans what they want, right? I mean the fans have been asking for those that rainbow skyline look, and they did that for several years. Now they're like, hey, look, we're doing it, we're rocking with it. That city skyline, y'all love it, you ate that up. So we're just gonna do something a little different, a little cool, something that's gonna work. That's the thing. A lot of these city edition jerseys, they try and take risks or try and do stuff that there's a reason some of them only get worn once. This could be in their rotation forever. Like they could rock this as long as they're running this current branding scheme. It's a good looking jersey. It's there's really not much to complain about here. I mean maybe they outlined the numbers on the back. I can't really see that, but I mean I guess they're only human. But
They're,
I
they're
like I concept. It's like a sunset. It's like going the setting sun behind the mountain with the city in front of it. I like it. It's good. I will say that I like this uniform for them.
Yeah, I dig it. So moving on to the Golden State Warriors City
Mm-hmm.
Edition. Um, so obviously it's homage to the old Warriors jersey, but instead of Warriors, you see Oakland there, homage to their, home and stuff like that, their homeland. And so of course I'm going to say something about strokes and stuff like that, but I get it because it's referencing a specific jersey. So it's cool to me. obviously, just like the Nike, just like the sponsor in the corner is just the solid gold on the jersey. I would love to see it with this just a solid gold, but it's cool. Like, it's not one of my favorites, but I don't find it abhorrent. What are you thinking about Gold State?
Well, we know fans have been asking for this look to come back for a while. Maybe not permanently, but at least for some jerseys like this. This is why this city edition thing exists. They've been honoring Oakland with their city editions for some time now, and like the tree was really cool. I liked that when they did it. This one in particular is a throwback look, like you said. It's a throwback to a different era, an era that a lot of people in that city, in that region, hold dear. And so I think that that's a really cool way to honor them. It's a little twist on what they were kind of doing in the past. And I think it's a cool way to honor stuff. It's very much like the old uniforms. They didn't really do anything super risky from a design standpoint. So yeah, and there's very little to complain about here. I think it works, and I think people are going to love it.
Houston, the Houston Rockets out here with the Oiler tribute.
A or H.
So TJ, I want you to guess for me. What do you think I would have a problem with?
The outline on H-Town.
I don't understand, because
nothing else is outlined.
Nothing else is outlined. Why is there an outline?
Look how good the numbers and the name on the back and the numbers on the back look.
This is fine. This is a fine uniform. I just don't understand why, in the name of sanity, there's no outline on the 14, but there's an outline on H-Town. Why? There's no need for it. Just put the white. The 14 already proves that it works color on color. But we got to get the red in there somehow. There's other places where you can get the red. Now I also find this interesting that there's a dark blue around the jersey. But then the shorts, there's like a red and white there. So if you put the red where you got that dark blue on the top of the jersey, you take the red outline off of H-Town, I think I like this more.
I also want to bring up, so the collar and the sleeves have that dark blue you just mentioned. The belt has the white, red, white, but the bottom of the shorts has dark blue with a red line on top of it. So here's my thing. I know how hard red is to pop off of light blue. One of my rival high schools when I was growing up was this color scheme. Really, I think they didn't do dark blue. They were light blue, like Carolina blue and, well, Husker red, basically. So it doesn't look great to just see red on the blue. It's a little bit harsh. So like that Rockets logo on the pant, it's there, but like it's a little bit hard to read. It's why Florida doesn't really do orange on blue if they can, or if they can avoid it without outlining in white. And so I would say if you're going to do like you said, you can do the red on the sleeves and the collar, and you can keep that the belt look if you want to, but like I'd also maybe suggest doing red on the bottom, because why wouldn't you, to complete the look? I would also say this: make the H-Town not be outlined, but maybe take a page out of Orlando's book, do the H in red and outline it in white if you want to, but like that would be kind of cool. You're honoring the city here. So H-Town is its full name, but like do the H in like red, or even do the H-Town outline in white if you really have to. But like this, just having H-Town outlined in red and nothing else looks really, really weird, guys. And then the logo on the pants, like that could have been white, or they could have done maybe like a white stripe and thrown the red on there. But that H-Town,
like overall, like I dig the color scheme. Like I myself was a fan of the old school Houston Oilers, who are now the Tennessee Titans. So I get it. And I'm not mad at going this color. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
there are just some design decisions on certain parts of this that I'm just like, there it's not consistent. And it could have been. So
Yeah, it's really close. I'll say that. It's really, really
yeah.
close to being darn near one of my favorites. I like the idea of going to that color scheme. I kind of wish that if they were doing the color scheme, they'd go back to that actual like that animated rocket look with the face on it and stuff. That would be cool. Maybe they're saving that for a different time.
The LA Clippers are just like, look, fam, we hit the jackpot last year, so we're just gonna invert the colors and keep this thing moving. So TJ, what do you think? Because one tweet's like, I can't imagine Clipper fans would be too happy if these new City Edition jerseys are just the inverse of last year. I don't know why they wouldn't be. Like, if it looks good, it looks good. Just invert those colors and keep it rocking. But maybe I'm crazy. TJ, what's your take?
I think we're continuing on the very, very quickly heading train on the direction of launching the new branding for this team. And you have a white, you have a black now. You know, this look is working for people. The Clippers have had this lack of an identity for, I don't know, pick a number of years. Like, it's probably been there. And so I think this makes sense. People liked it. I know people who didn't, but I think by far they're the minority. And more importantly, I think the players like it. I think the players like this look and that court. I mean, they played with that court in the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. So like they've embraced this. It's a way for them to have their own thing, and no one else is doing this. And it does feel very LA, you know, in its own unique way. There's always the like bright and flashy Lakers and other like proper teams out there that are holding themselves above you, but this kind of gets into the like the rest of the people. Like, we are LA, like this is our thing, we're gonna claim this as our own, and I like it. I kind of wish they would stop playing with the red and the blue as much as they keep trying to be like, oh, but we're still red and blue, don't worry, we're not completely abandoning our colors here, like trust us, we're still here. So here's a little red, here's a little blue, you know, little dash on the sides. Y'all don't need them. Like, I mean, you could keep them, I guess. It'd be like how Milwaukee's claiming blue as a color for reasons. It's fine. You don't really need it, but it's there. I think the Clippers, if they do things right, could launch a full rebrand when they get a new home somewhere, and like they'll be fine. And I think this is a roadmap to success because this look is really cool.
Because like, just this is, do that, do this brand, just
I wish
forget.
the numbers were different.
Yeah, the numbers don't technically match
They could
the
do
Los
something cooler.
Angeles. Yeah. I agree with
It
that.
doesn't have to be fully like artistically designed. Just
Right.
don't copy and paste them from your current kit. When you get a new look, when you officially rebrand, do a new number, and then you're off to the races at that point.
Speaking of copy and pasting, the Los Angeles Lakers are just like,
Yeah.
hey, let's just change these colors and keep it moving. Let's just make it blue. Let's just do some blue and white jerseys. So yeah, like, and they do have those fire powder blue joint, the blue jerseys with the Los Angeles in cursive thing. So I get the reference. But TJ, what are you thinking about these Lakers, the alternate?
Yeah, I mean they are what they are. They're throwing back to a time before they were in LA, whatever. The I like the blue. It's a good looking jersey. It's just basic. I it makes me want the blue, like more blue. Like, don't just kind of dance around it like, oh look, we're blue now. Like, if someone's colorblind or if they're looking from a distance, no one's gonna be able to tell. You know, just like blue, purple, do the blue, commit to the light blue. It's a great color, and you're playing around with that kind of flashy metallic looking thing on the numbers. I understand why they kept like the same basic jersey, like the same design as what they're doing. That's how you make something fit in your jersey scheme. I get that. But why'd you go with the white? I mean, I guess they don't usually wear their whites that often, but you don't wear blue ever. So if you're gonna go for it, go for it.
Memphis. Now, Memphis is paying tribute to Isaac Hayes. Listen, I love this uniform. The Memphis typography reminds me of like old school record label. Like I think it's like Stax, I think is the name of it. But it's like
Mm.
it reminds me of that old school like soul funk record label type thing. It has like those beautiful patterns on the side of the uniform. So you have those patterns there. You have Isaac Hayes' signature is on there, like a very good tribute to Isaac Hayes, and just the vibe. Like this uniform is fantastic. Like this uniform is the pinnacle of okay, we have an idea, and we're going to complete that idea. We're going to take the idea all the way, and everything's going to be cohesive. Like because with these city uniforms, I want to see uniforms that if you wanted to, you could replace the uniforms that you have now. Like,
Mm.
I don't want something that doesn't look good, and I don't want something that's like you tried but you didn't quite make it. That like this looks like they took time, and I love it because even the pattern that's hidden within the jersey, I love it. What are your thoughts on Memphis?
So when I first was looking up these city edition jerseys, they announced Memphis's like leak, and it was like just plain straight black with like the name and numbers on the front outlined in it was white outlined in blue or teal outlined in red or something, and the side panels were just straight blue. And I was like, this ain't it. Like, why could this was the best you came by? Like, it's not good. There was like thick like red and teal stripes everywhere. I was like, no, this ain't it. This is it. The side panels, gorgeous. The striping up and down the jersey you were talking about and the pants, it's awesome. The way that they wrote out, the name on the front and the numbers, like it looks really, really good. um I'll have to see what court they're using, but like this is a really, really clean look. I really like it. I know the fans love it. I am kind of a little bit curious how they decided to do the name Memphis solid, but the numbers with the lines through it. But like on the like lower down on the by the label on the jersey, they have the inverse almost, where
Mm.
Memphis has the lines through it, but Grizzlies doesn't. It's a choice. But that's a super gripe. That's a super nitpick that we're getting to. I want to see the names and numbers on the back sometime because I haven't seen those yet. But if it looks anything like a mirror of the front, where the names are solid and gold, maybe in different font, but the numbers look like that, that'd be really cool. So
I dig
I
it.
like it. I like this a lot.
I dig it.
Good work.
So moving on to the Minnesota Timberwolves and
Mm.
with their North Star theme with the stars there. Like I like it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of uniforms like this in general because it's a clean look. Using the illustration of the stars, you got this North Star there in the green and no outlines. The men
Mm-hmm.
solid color on solid color. You got the nice neon green outline on the jersey. I think it's clean. I'm a fan of it. Not doing too much, but it looks great to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. The simplicity of it, I think, is actually going to stand out. I like that the one star at the top is the green one. There's all the stars down the side that aren't. The green up top, and that piping is, without really saying anything, kind of reminiscent of the Northern Lights. Like it's something that they could play around with more. I think the black is a good call, especially if you're going to do the night sky. And then I think not outlining the min or the numbers in green, I think that was the right call. And then, I mean, yeah, it's just I hope they don't do something weird with the green on the shorts.
Hmm.
It is a little weird that the stars are only down one side, but meh. I
Yeah,
mean,
that
that's a nit.
is
That's a nitpick.
that is interesting. That is interesting. But we'll
But
have to
I
see.
continue to like their font and the number font that
Yes.
they went to with their rebrand. It's It's good.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when the rest of the parts come out. Like, we're going to tackle all these uniforms. In the comment section down below, let us know, out of these uniforms, which one was your favorite? What did we get right? What did we get wrong? And we will see you in the next episode. Remember, as you go along in life, teach as you learn and inspire as you do. See you next time.